8 o'clock, so time for us to get started. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to the call. A bit late notice letting everyone know tonight. Excuse me, so apologies for that, but thank you for getting on the call. Thursday night's our night when we have our upline sponsor from Utah who has built multiple businesses in the past, and when it comes to networking, knows exactly how to go out there and build a huge team, and that's what he's going to be talking about for us right now. Joe, can you switch your camera on, please?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing really, really well, thank you.
Awesome. I'm on the road again, as you can tell.
I can see that. Well, everybody's getting ready for this run to chairman right now. We've got people who are out there and are absolutely nailing it. We had a meeting at Simon's last night, room full of people, bunch of people getting joined into the business, and we're out there doing exactly what we need to be doing on a day-to-day basis. But Joe, I'm going to let you tell everyone exactly what they need to take it to the next level.
Awesome. I appreciate you, Roger, and I appreciate everyone for taking the time to jump on this call. You could be anywhere right now. It's a Thursday night at 8 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock my time. You could be doing anything, but you're taking time to jump on this call. Sorry for the late notice. Last week, I apologize. I was taking my wife to the airport, my daughter to the airport. They were going to Seattle. My daughter had a competition. They took first place. They won a bid to Florida. It was awesome. And you know what? That's a little bit of what I want to talk about today is the mentality. The mentality of building a business isn't for everybody. Because, and I want you to understand this. This is why I say this. I get calls from people all the time that they're like, hey, my upline's too hard. Hey, my upline's too soft. Hold on. Let me. Somebody was calling me. I apologize.
Okay.
So if somebody calls, I'll just keep declining it. So, hey, my upline's too hard. Hey, my upline's too soft. Hey, my upline's not working the business. Hey, this. They blame somebody. They have the blame game, the blame mentality. At the end of the day, you're getting in business for yourself. You're getting in business to add a stream of income. You're getting in business to do something different in order to obtain something different. What mentality do you have? Do you need somebody to babysit you? Do you need somebody to tell you should be doing your personal development every day? Do you need somebody to tell you, hey, you gotta get out your comfort zone in order to have a multi-billion-dollar business? Do you need somebody that says, hey, you gotta talk to people, that you gotta recruit, that you gotta peak, that you gotta do these little things in order to have the success that you want? Look, here in you guys, I'm sure everybody's heard the news all over the world. Kobe Bryant passed away on Sunday, right? Especially for us Californians, it hit us hard. It really hit us hard because this guy was amazing. Not just amazing on the field, off the field. I got to hear him speak. His mentality, the Mamba mentality that he had to make things happen. The mentality that he had to be the best, to be the greatest, to go after what he wanted with everything. And he would tell people from the day he came into the league that he was going to be one of the best all-time basketball players to ever live. That's what he told him from such a young age. How was he so confident? How was he so assuring? How was he so assured? I mean, how did he speak with that as if it already was happening? And there's a saying, if it's up to me, it must be meant to be. Like, do you really get that? Like, okay, a lot of us are going on chairman runs. I'm shooting for chairman 50. Some of you on here shooting for chairman 10. I'm going to be honest. Simon Brooks is very close to chairman 10. Very, very close. May happen this month. May happen at the end of next month. It's going to happen. But my point is this. The mentality that he had coming into this was as if he was conducting these calls as if he was already chairman 10. He was doing the business as if he was already those ranks. He was working this business as if he was already making that money. My daughter's team, when they went to Seattle, they didn't go up there to take second place. They didn't go up there to place second. They didn't go up there to get third. They didn't go up there for a participation trophy. They didn't go up there for anything other than taking first place and getting a bid to Florida at the end of the season. That's what they went there for. Me and my family, me and my kids, we have a saying when we go on trips to go play a sporting event, to go do a sporting event, we call it a business trip. My baseball team, we call them business trips. We don't go play a baseball tournament. I'm not going there to play. We're going there to conduct business. We're going there to get it done. We're going there to make it happen. We're going there and knowing that we're going to be in the championship game and we're most likely going to win that game. 9 out of 10 times we should win it. And when you have that mentality, you're able to have that mentality when you're doing the action steps on a daily basis that are needed for you to go out and be successful. End of story. When you're doing the action steps that are needed on a daily basis, when you're doing your personal development, when you're out prospecting, when you're sharing the plan, when you're staying in zone 1, when you're on training calls, when you are recruiting, when you're doing 3-way calls, when you're growing the team, when you're showing the 72-hour fast start training, that's when the success is going to happen. That's when you can speak with confidence that you're going to be able to build a multi-7-figure business. That's when all the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. But what is your mentality? Oh, I'm really tired today. I'm just so tired. I call it the Eeyore syndrome. Everything is good. Well, you know, you're going through life. It is what it is. No, it isn't what it is. It's what you make it. It isn't what it is. It's what you go out and do with it. It isn't what it is. It's what you want it to be. And if you want it to be, your action steps that you're taking on a daily basis will show us what you want it to be. It won't be just lip service. It'll be action is king. You will do things to go out and make it happen. That's the facts. Kobe Bryant would get to, he did this thing. He said, if I work out at 9, I go from 9 to 11, then I take a lunch, then I recover, and then I go pick up my kids. He's like, I get 1 workout in a day. He's like, but if I get up at 4 in the morning and I go from 4 to 6 and work out, and then I can eat breakfast, right, from 7 to 8, and then go 9 to 11, and then go pick up the kids, and then he could go back. He gets 3 workouts where most people get in 1. Even if the competition, this is what he says, even if the competition starts 5 years early, they still won't be able to get the hours that he's getting in on training. He's going to be 10 to 15 years ahead of them because he's preparing his heart. He's preparing the mind. He's doing the action steps on a daily basis, not once a day, not once a week, not doing it when he feels like it. He's doing it on this might get old. This is a game. Network marketing is a game. And there's action steps that are taken daily, like practice. Like if you practice daily, you're going to get better. That's the facts. If you practice daily talking to people about your business, you're going to get better. If you present the business to your family in front of the mirror, to your family at home, you're going to become an expert at presenting the business. Then you're going to feel comfortable sharing it with everybody. At first, you might stutter. At first, you're going to get confused. Here's what I realized. With what we do, there's no right or wrong. You're not going to say the right thing to the wrong person. You're not going to say the wrong thing to the right person. If they're ready, they're ready. You won't have to convince. Right? You won't have to convince them. On top of that, here's what I was telling somebody the other day because we were doing a training, and she said, you know, Joe, I just don't know what to say, and I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to do the presentation wrong. I'm like, here's the beautiful thing. Have any of my presentations been the same? She's like, well, no. I go, no, because I just say what I feel. I speak from the heart. I tell the truth. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Nobody knows what I'm supposed to say, so what I say is going to be right every time. She's like, oh, I never really thought about it like that. I'm like, yeah, stop stressing and just get to action. Stop stressing. Stop thinking. Stinking thinking. Get rid of the stinking thinking and go out and make it happen. Do the little things on a daily basis. Championship teams, championship people, legends don't do the minimum. When we were talking and we did a training a while ago, I said, don't make your minimums your maximums. Kobe Bryant could have worked out one day or one time a day and been just fine. But he didn't make his minimums his maximums. 98% of the people are okay with mediocrity. He isn't. He wasn't. Are you okay with mediocrity? Do you want a mediocrity business? Or do you want an explosive business? Do you want a business that's growing 7 levels deep, 7 levels wide, 7,000 miles away from you without you knowing anybody? Do you want a business like that? Of course you do. But what are you doing on a daily basis? Listen, everybody has life. Everybody has life. Everybody's going through something. They've either gone through it, they've been through it, now they're on the other side, but everybody has had an obstacle that they have had to overcome. You're not the only one. And I say that with all due respect. You're not the only one. Okay? When I was building the business, there was times when I would get a hotel room and I was the one sleeping on the floor. I paid for it, and the team was sleeping on the beds. The team was sleeping on the beds. I was sleeping on the floor. Why? Because that's what a leader should do. There was times when we were taking trips to Utah. I was on my last dollars. There was times when I took a trip to Texas when I was building, and I was waiting for a check to come in so I could go home. Everybody's been through it. Everybody's been through it. The thing, some people stay and dwell in it, or some people do what I just said, go through it. And when you're going through it, you take the steps that you're doing on a daily basis and you jot them down. You take mental notes. Then you're able to share that with your team as you're building, as you're growing. Then when they're going through it, you can help them get to the other side as well. That's the facts. That's the name of the game. The other half is easy. Use the service. Get on with Dr. Kathy. Do the Boyd Pips. There's so many different traders. There's so many different things that we have that you can be following. Follow them. Use the service. Use the service that you're paying for. When you become a product of the service, good things are going to happen. You're going to be able to share Dr. Kathy's results with confidence. I can speak confidently about her trades because I'm killing it. I can speak confidently about the Boyd Pip trades because I'm winning. But if you get on and you take some trades here, some trades there, some whenever you want, you could be catching the winning ones or you could be catching the losing ones. That's on you. Be a product of the service. It's part of the mentality. Part of having the championship mentality. Biggest thing I want to talk about right now is I was on a call with the gentleman the other day. He's not in our company. He's in another company. He's made millions and millions and millions of dollars, been in the top 25 earners forever. Good friend of mine, really good friend of mine. Doesn't live too far from me. And he said, Joe, a lot of network marketers don't want to tell people what they're doing. A lot of network marketers are afraid to tell people that they're in network marketing or that they're in the MLM industry. They're afraid. He's like, I don't even deal with those people. I tell them, hey, if you're afraid, don't even get in. It's never going to work for you. He's like, he goes, very rare are they bold and speak with confidence about the industry they're in. But yet, it's the number one industry in the world to produce millionaires. Number one. More money than the NFL, more money than the NBA, more money than MLB, more money than anything. It's the number one industry to produce millionaires, yet people are afraid to talk about it because people are afraid to get out of their comfort zone. You got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. If you're afraid to share what you're doing with people, it's never going to be successful. Imagine this. If you owned a hat store, but you kept all the hats in your closet, how much success would you really have? You own a hat store, but the hats stay in your closet. It's kind of crazy. Sounds crazy, right? But that's what some people are doing. Now, I get it. If you just want to make money on the service, then, hey, more power to you. Stay a customer. But if you want to build a business on the side that pays you every Friday with commas, with several numbers in front of the commas, then this is what you got to do on a daily basis. These are the action steps that are needed on a daily basis. These are what this is. It is what it is. It's got to become part of your mentality. It's got to be infused in your DNA that you're willing to go out and do these action steps on a daily basis. It killed me last week to not do the call on Thursday with you guys. I felt out of place all day Thursday because it's in my DNA. It's part of my habits. It's part of what I have to do every Thursday. Simon hit me up today, said, hey, are you going to do it? I said, hey, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? I didn't tell you I'm out of town. I'm for sure going to do it. I'm for sure going to do it. Right? So you gotta be willing to work this on a daily basis in order to hit the ranks that you're trying to achieve. It's no secret why Simon is very close to hitting the rank he's trying to hit. It's no secret. It's because the guy works his business on a daily basis. It's no secret why Roger's going to go out and have success. Everybody, you're going to get out of this industry what you put into it, straight up. You could pass up your upline and make money. Maybe Simon beats me to Chairman 50. I don't know. It could happen. But I'm going to work my butt off so it doesn't happen. I want to get there before him so I can pull him up there. Does that make sense? What is your mentality? Some of you are going to go tonight. Some of you are going to go to bed tonight right now when we get off this call because you're tired. Some of you are going to go to bed because you're tired instead of going to bed because you earned it. Instead of going to bed because you deserve it. Instead of going to bed because you have worked your butt off and you're so exhausted. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not going to bed when I'm tired. I'm not going to bed until I can literally look myself in the mirror and say, hey, champion, you deserve to go to sleep. Go ahead and go to sleep. Go take a power nap, get up and get ready to do this again. And I do that over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then the little wins that happen, they start happening on a daily basis. Those become bigger and bigger and bigger. And then those start compounding. And before you know it, you got a massive team. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this back over to Roger, but I want you guys to be honest with yourself. I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to ask yourself, what is your mentality? What do you want out of this? What are you going after? Don't look to your upline. Don't look to your downline. If you're married, don't look to your spouse. What is it that you're looking to achieve? How hard are you willing to go after it? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? I'm going to leave you with this. The price of success is due every day. It's not owned, it's rented. And rent's due every day. You'll never own success. You can rent it. And rent's due every day. If you're willing to rent it every day, you're willing to put in the time every day, you're willing to put in the sweat every day, you're willing to put in the effort every day, you're willing to go until you deserve to go to sleep, that's the rent that needs to be paid every day. And when that rent's paid every day, you will go out and you'll make more money than you've ever made it in your life. You'll start making more money than most people make in a year, and you'll do it in a week. And that's the truth. So with that being said, Roger, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm going to turn it back over to you, buddy.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Guys, I do have to say, I love these calls when I listen to Joe, because you can hear the passion when it comes from Joe. And I hear the passion when it comes to talking to Simon. I was at Simon's last night for the call, and we had a room full of people, and Simon started the meeting before we did the call, and then the meeting carried on for, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours after that call ended. We had 3-4 prospects in the room. We had people sign up there on the night. We had people who joined the business today that followed on from that. Here's the thing. We've had a couple of quiet days trading. Joe talked then about taking some trades and taking trades every day. We send winners circles trades out almost every day. Now, we haven't sent anything today because the markets have been a little bit slow. We're going to make an adjustment to that tomorrow. But here's the thing. Just because you didn't see a signal today, you don't stop working today. There's still more work to do, because the deal is prospect, prospect, prospect. When I tried getting hold of Simon earlier on today, there are times it's really tough getting hold of Simon. And I phone Simon 15, 20 times a day, and I struggle getting through to him sometimes because he's hitting the phone prospecting. And that's what Joe is talking about. Our business is not just about trading, and it's not just about networking. It's about doing both and doing them consistently. Simon, you've unmuted yourself, so I know you've got something to say.
I'm just just going to say that one of the things, obviously, we've got my Wednesday night meetings, and we've got, obviously, the winner's circle. But the key factor will be the convention at the end of February. Now, I know Lewis is on, and I know he's in Australia, and I know you won't be flying over for it. I understand that. But one of the keynote speakers that will be on stage is a guy called Bob Proctor. This guy, people will pay thousands and thousands and thousands to see this guy speak. If you know people like the Jim Rohns of the world and all those sort of people, Anthony Robbins, he's in that ilk. I would say, even if people aren't that excited about sort of like going to the convention, it would still be worth going just to hear him. Now, if you got people in your team that have joined on and around the on and after the 18th of December, if they get 3 people, then they will win a free ticket, which will save them hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just 3 people. Well, we know they're going to want to build the business anyway. So just get 3 people. And I'm staggered when there's people that's in the business that can't find 2 people. That says to me, well, what is it they're saying to people? How is it they're saying to people? How are they prospecting people? With me, my posture is so strong, even if someone says no, I can't hear the word no. I just carry on. But yeah, so the key factor is you need to really be getting to the convention in London, in the UK, apart from guys in obviously Australia. But yeah, that's the key factor. You know, London is where it's at. Wednesday night meetings is if you're in the UK and you're close to me, then you need to be at mine. I was speaking to one of the new guys that's just on here. I mean, we got one of the guys on here called Paul Wilshaw. And he brings an army of people every Wednesday. If you live in a stone's throw of where I live, you're crazy not using it. Absolutely crazy.
Can I just say something for a second?
Yeah.
Paul Wilshaw is not a stone's throw from you.
No, he's about an hour and a half.
50, 60 miles away?
Yeah.
That's not a stone's throw. That's someone who puts commitment in.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who live on your doorstep that don't turn up.
I know.
But Paul, and the key is, Paul drives 50, 60 miles every single week, doesn't miss a week, never comes alone, and he's hitting rank.
Yeah.
And you've said it before a number of times. So an old Tony Robbins saying, an old Jim Rohn saying, success leaves clues.
Success, lose, clues. 100%. Same old deal. Every single Wednesday, the meeting is different. So if you come along and you can pick up one gold nugget, then that's going to benefit you. And that's the key factor with using meetings. If you got somebody else doing meetings, then the key factor will be if there's people in the UK that aren't in driving distance of my house, do your own meetings. Get a bunch of people round your house. Put on a laptop, put on a computer, play the Zoom in front of your prospects. And then what you could do, if you wanted, you can always phone me afterwards and I will take the call. If you say, Simon, can you have a word with some of my prospects? I've got 1 or 2 prospects. Can you have a word with them? Yes, I can. That is the smart way to do it. You know, get on the Zoom on a Wednesday and then just make sure you load your house up with people. If you can't get to mine, then get people to yours. And obviously the most important thing is they're going to be local people. So that's what you need to do. Anyway, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, guys. So tomorrow morning, Sam and I have had a word about the trades. We are going to be sending more trades out tomorrow. We're going to try to react to what the market's doing, and we're going to take some smaller numbers of pips just for the sake of getting some quick trades in and out. And we're going to look and we're going to just see what we can do to tweak it, finish the week on a high, finish the month on a high. We've had, despite it being a slow month, we were talking last night, Ed was saying Ed's made 49% for the month, and you know, people have made a chunk of money with Winner's Circle this month. A lot of money, far more than they can ever get with any other form of investment. We're going to finish it on a high this month. We're going to absolutely knock it out the park next month, because hopefully Brexit will be settled. The world will know where they're up to. Can't tell what's happening with the controvirus, but nonetheless, the markets will adapt to that as well. So we'll knock it out the park next month. The game for us right now, and you've heard Brandon, Joe, Simon all saying, build from event to event. The next event is London. It's 4 weeks away. You've got 4 weeks to get as many people as you can in your team. If you get people in your team and you get them to find 3 people, they don't even have to pay to go to the event. They just got to get a room for the night. But get people down there, because that event, I promise you now, Simon and I were blown away the last time we went to an IM event in London. And this next event will be 4 times the size of the one that we saw. It will be the biggest event that Simon's ever seen and I've ever seen in 30-year careers in network marketing. You need to get people to that event. Get people to see the bigger picture. You get people to move rank, because the more people that you have in your team that are finding their 3, that are going Platinum 600, every single one of them is elevating you and moving you further up the ranks. That's it, guys. We're done for tonight. We'll be back on Monday with Brandon's training, which is going to be the last training that Brandon does for the month of February, because Brandon's going to be on the road. But Brandon will be doing this coming Monday, and Sam and I have got a lot planned for the rest of the month to make sure that we're still keeping that momentum going as well. So we're going to see you all then. Speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.